when thinking about the really unprecedented interventions of central banks around the world last year, one of the things that made that possible is the political defeat of the organized left, at least the organized left in Euro-America, which culminated in the failure of the Sanders and Corbyn project, but really dates back all the way to the defeat of Labour in the 1980s. So all of this really ambitious and adventurous crisis fighting, which was primarily undertaken by central banks and which we'd never seen before, only happened because the left was pretty much out of the picture. Could you unpack that a little bit for us?
I do think, we are in an extremely ambiguous situation, and I hope the book contributes to clarifying it, and that at least is the ambition. Because on the one hand, we did see these extraordinarily ambitious fiscal and monetary responses. It's tempting to say everywhere in the world, and that is in some senses, that is in some senses what is rather interesting about 2020, is we did in fact see fiscal responses in practically every country, but of course gradated by scale. But even a player like South Africa, for instance, does a very substantial fiscal response in the end. These are backed up by central bank action, so central banks buying government debt. Again, we see that across what's now called the emerging market world to a considerable extent. That combination of policies is dramatic. It's unprecedented to a degree. To see it happening across both the, what are called the advanced economies and the emerging market economies simultaneously is really very unusual.